Hey Mario Karters and Frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
Tonight we've got a Strat Chat episode where we're going to be taking a look at the week's ranked. We've got the Wario versus
Waluigi
tour.
Yep.
And we've got 2 weeks of ranked. We've got new courses. We've got some old courses. And we've got a bunch of people here that we're just going to be talking some Strat about rank this week. So let's just go ahead and have you guys introduce yourselves real quick.
And this is my first time seeing a majority of you guys, so I'm excited to meet you guys.
This is fun. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah. So should we start with Pepper Rabbit? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Pepper Rabbit. Yeah. So my in-game name is Pepper Rabbit. I've been playing the game since day one, but pretty casually until about, I want to say, Snow Tour last year.
Okay.
And then I started getting into the strategy of coin boxing and boomerang a little later than that. But yeah, I want to say in the summertime in the Paris tour, it was the first time I went for ACR and I got 800. And ever since then, I've gotten ACR every single time for top 1K.
That's amazing. Well done.
Very cool. All right, so you're a seasoned pro, so this is going to be great to have some feedback as far as strategy. So this is good.
Yep.
All right. How about you, Firestorm? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am also a day one player, Firestorm in the game. I joined and I didn't get too competitive till about 6 months in, and then I found Shiny, and Shiny was I was just struggling doing nonstop combos with lower tier stuff. And so, that was kind of my intro into the YouTube world. And then started getting connected to Kart Life and all that. So happy to be a Frenzy friend. Love your guys' vibe, and it's just been a fun few months. I'm a pretty huge Nintendo guy my whole life. Love Mario Kart. An interesting fact about me is I have 4 children under the age of 8.
Oh my goodness.
So my life it's exciting and loud at home. So
that's impressive.
They're all sleeping. They're all sleeping right now.
Yeah. I admire that so much.
All right, Big Brolo.
Hey guys, I'm Big Brolo. I
In
hail
the back.
not that far away than Atlanta.
That's right. You lived just right down the street from us.
I know we could probably get a beer.
Yeah.
So we have to
Just,
Mario Kart
meet me
meetup.
at Reformation up in Cantons.
Let's do it.
But no, I got two little ones. They're trying to go to bed. My oldest was probably peeking around the.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
we saw that.
Tell him I
But,
look in pajamas.
No, he's the real Big Brolo. I just kind of took a screen tag name. So quick story with that is that we used to play a lot of Pokemon Go up in Kennesaw Mountain.
Okay.
Oh.
Walking around there and whatnot, and his handle was Big Brolo. So I joined a bunch of communities Discord. It's the same username, and it's just kind of stuck with me ever since.
I love it.
Okay.
Prior to Mario Kart, I played a lot of Dr. Mario World, and
Okay.
a small little group that kind of broke the gacha. So we maxed the accounts out for very little money in investment.
Interesting.
A very weird, very interesting little trick in there that gave us unlimited resources, and it was all legal for 6 months until they caught on to it.
No.
By then, there was a handful of us with max accounts and just kind of ruined the game. And then anyways, I moved on to Mario Kart Tour kind of between that game around February, March of the first year was out. So the way I count my time is I'm missing two Hanafudas.
Okay.
Okay.
Those words about how long my account's been active.
Very nice.
That's me. And Pepper Rabbit's my personal little pull or not pull coach. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's
we all hail from the Bam and Gerb's little site. We're the proper Donnies, so we represent the proper Donnies.
I love
Cool.
that.
Right on. Well, we're glad to have you on. And Torchy Torch.
It's okay. You can say the name.
All right, Tim.
Oh, it's Torchy Torch.
Sorry.
I don't hide myself quite as much. Tim Torch. I do go by Torchy Torch. That is the handle that I was bequeathed on this show by Frenzy Fangirl. Yeah, but Tim is fine. I'm okay with people knowing the real name. I'll as far as interesting things about me, I relate this game a lot to fantasy football. It's because that's kind of how I got started on social media and everything. And the reason I relate so much to those two things is because of the community. It's because fantasy football, believe it or not, there's a lot of tight-knit people. There's a lot of people on there that I call friends. And similar to Mario Kart Tour, even though I haven't met Frenzy Fangirl, Boy, anyone else really in the community, I feel like, I don't know why, like I feel like if I was having a hard time, there would actually be someone that would help me out and be like, you know what, we got your back if something's really going on in your life. And that's truly amazing and a blessed feeling to have. So really that's the interesting part about me, is that even more than I love this game, I love the community and just having something to kind of bring it in, the mental health part of the game where you're like, oh, I can't believe, like those pulls with Luigi Vacation were terrible for me. But what made it better was that I was with a really great group of people to kind of take the pressure off.
Yeah, that is fun.
That was a rough pipe pulling party. Like,
sometimes pipes are they just do you dirty.
They're horrible.
That was a rough pipe for a lot of people, I feel like.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, Bernie did me rotten.
You're right.
How far did you guys have to go down if you were going for him? Do you remember?
He was in the teens for me.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I think he was 22 for me. So.
Okay.
I only had to pull 2 tenors.
Nice.
So I was lucky. I got the cart too, luckily as well, but I didn't pull after that. I just stopped.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, Bernie was the last high end line. Very last high end.
Yeah.
Just sitting right down there at the bottom. He knows you're gonna go all the way down there, so.
Yeah. Your son's adorable, by the way. Tell him we say hi.
He's running away.
I scared him. No!
I thought he was getting away with it all the time. I'm so sneaky. Nobody knows I'm here.
He's gonna hate me now.
That was amazing.
That's awesome.
All right, so I think everyone here has downloaded the Frenzy Fan calculator for today. Today is the very first day of the new tour, and the first day of the tour, I go ahead and change or update a lot of the information that's in the calculator. On the Frenzy Fans Discord, there's a channel that we have dedicated pretty much just to the calculator, and it's just the one link. You just have to click on the link just every single tour, and you get the brand new updated version of the calculator.
So we do have quite a few new subscribers just over the past month. So will you give like a quick introduction to what that is in case people haven't seen it before? Just
the calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's a calculator that I kind of came up with on my own when I first started doing Mario Kart, because I wasn't sure if using tickets would actually get me the points that I needed to be able to be competitive for any given week's ranked. And I think that, the scoring system, it's very well documented, but it's a really big equation, and it's really hard to kind of project how many points you can get with your current loadout, especially like if you're not used to the game very much. So I had kind of made my own little spreadsheet, and tour in and tour out, I was finding that my calculations were actually coming to be pretty close to what I could actually perform. And if I had added a couple more tickets, and I'd be able to get X amount, like more 1,000 points, that would put me in either second or first. So then I decided to share it with the community, and I kind of revamped it a little bit, and it's a little bit more user friendly. And so that's what we've been doing a lot of our videos up till now, like our ranked reviews. We kind of go over what our loadouts are and how we use the calculator. But we're trying to branch out now to see how other people use the calculator and what other people's loadouts are. And so,
yeah, so the whole purpose of it is essentially to get you guys to save like as many tickets as you can. When we first started playing, I don't know if you guys were like this before, like some of the tools were developed, but when we first started playing, I remember just being like, well, maybe I'll do one, like I'd be like, let me do like one ticket and then like race it for an hour and see what happens. And maybe 3 tickets, and oh, I way overshot that. So the cool thing about the calculator or other resources in the community is it just gives you the ability to save a lot of time and save a lot of resources and only invest where it's going to help.
Yeah. So a lot of these are seasoned vets with the calculator. They've been using it for a while, but I think Torty Torch, this is one of his first times using it for just the ranked version. I think you've used it before for ACR.
Yes.
I'm not sure that we're going to focus a whole lot on ACR tonight. We're just going to look at ranked. So you've downloaded it, but you haven't filled it out yet. So if you want to go ahead and share your screen, and we'll probably going to be like bouncing back and forth from the Mario Kart app and take a look at your drivers, karts, and gliders that you're going to use for the races in ranked this week, and then switch over to the calculator, and we'll help you figure out. Yeah, there we go. We'll help you figure out the ins and outs of the calculator. So
Sure. Too loud. Don't want to blow anyone out. The first time.
No worries. Okay, so here we have. Looks like you've played.
Just a little.
Courses, just
not much.
Gone through a couple run-throughs, and then do you have the calculator open?
And this will also be an open
I do.
conversation. So everybody else, like if you guys want to talk about like what your loadouts and stuff like as we go through it, like it's supposed to be a big open community conversation as well. So
Yeah.
even though we're helping Torchy Torch, we're all going to talk about our stuff.
Yeah, if you guys have like 2 drivers that are kind of like at the same level and you're wanting to discuss, strategy, like which one would be better to use, or which one would be better like in the future, all that good stuff, we can chat about it. So I'm actually glad this is the first time we're doing this Strat chat, and I've actually done some updates to the calculator. So this might actually look a little bit newer to some people that are kind of familiar with it. So I'm just going to go over real quick 2 things that I've added. At the very, very bottom, I've made the calculator a little bit longer. I've put some cells down here where you can actually record what your frenzies are, and then like the plus skill that you're using. So whether it's coin box, giant banana, lucky 7, boomerang,
That's so helpful.
you can say what it is and then like how many normal like coin boxes that you got, or how many normal like lucky 7s or whatever, right?
That way you can know if you need to go back and do it again or not.
Yeah, because you may have had like a 3 frenzy run, but it was like green shell, mushroom, and coin or something, right?
Yeah.
And if you come back to it, 2 or 3 days later, you might not remember that. This will help you remember it. And then the other thing is in the actions cell. So in C10,
10.
right now there are 2 numbers. Before I would always put 1 number in. And I think it was because I was always assuming that someone had, if there was a plus skill driver, that someone would have that plus skill.
Okay.
And so I'd always put in the predicted action count for the particular track of that plus skill. But now that there are a lot of these new tracks that are coming up, that's not a given anymore.
Yeah.
So now there's 2 numbers in there that I kind of recommend. The bigger of the 2 is if you have a plus skill driver, you should probably go with that.
So
And
Coinbox what are they?
so Coinbox, Boomerang,
Lucky 7.
Lucky 7,
It was like Super
Giant
7.
banana.
That's not what it's
Like
called.
Giant banana.
Giant Banana. Yeah. But if you don't have one of those and you have, like Mushroom Cannon or bob-omb cannon or something like that, then you probably want to use the lower of the 2 numbers. And you'll notice that the calculated score that's down here at the bottom, now it says select action count. You actually have to select one of those 2. So either delete the 160 or delete the 130. It just needs to have 1 number in there in order for the calculation to actually give you a projection of the number. So if you open it up for the first time and you've been using it and you're like, well, how come I'm not seeing numbers now?
Yeah.
That's the reason why. So you have to select one or the other.
Cool.
So So first thing we want to do though is we want to put in our player level.
What are you at, Torchy Torch?
Oh, we're still at 133. So
Okay.
You and I
Okay,
are always
there.
like right there together. I like it.
My grind is so real. Trying to get to 150.
Right? How close are you, Maxim?
I'm there, but I just remember. I remember that 100 to 150 just being such a slog, like so long.
Mhm.
Took a long time.
Yeah.
I'm probably the lowest in this group right now, so
What are you at?
Yeah.
113.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
You'll get there.
Yeah,
If you
maybe
want.
next year.
I want to say the first 6 or 7 tours that I actually went for ACR, I started at 100 and something.
Yeah.
And I finally got to 150, like the 8th or 9th time I got it. So it is possible to still get ACR if you're a low level like that. You'll just have to
think-
work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
I think I was 500 last tour or the tour before, and I was like 110 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, this will be my 6th or 7th ACR badge.
Yeah. I just reset a lot. I don't ever like finish. I just reset all the
Right.
time.
Yeah. When you reset, you lose your experience.
Yep.
So gotta be careful on that.
Yep. Okay, so here, since you're player level 133, it says that if you get first place, you get 5,660 points.
So you don't ever have to touch that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now let's go ahead and take a look at your drivers for Wario Shipyard. What you got? Oh,
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness!
This is a preference thing. Do you want to go for Lucky 7 or the Boomerang?
yeah. So
What would you
Check
guys do?
ourselves.
I have options.
I think
If this was
Lucky
me, I
7
would
is
go for
less
Boomerang.
stress, but
I mean,
okay.
I've been loving Rushi. He's been just killing it. So double uncap him and ride the wave.
I might be like a little bit hurt right now because I did so much with Ninja Shy Guy last tour that my patience is a little thin.
Right.
yeah.
What are you leaning towards, Torch?
Yeah, I'm not that patient with Boombox.
Understandable. Yeah.
I'm really more of the Lucky 7 type of guy because I feel I do pretty good getting a double Lucky 7 and some in the third frenzy. Whereas waiting for that Boombox, like we've seen for Carlos, I mean hours,
Yeah.
just waiting for something, and you still don't get anything. Yeah, I'm probably my preference is the Lucky 7 driver.
And let's check the middle shelf, because with middle shelf CPUs, they get 2 items
There's
per
one coin box
per driver. Yeah, so there's only 1 coin boxer, and, then
and there's
there
even
isn't-
another Boomerang.
And so if you do get another coin boxer that's not Meowser, they're just going to be like bottom shelf, so they're only going to have 1 item box. So the chances essentially of your opponent like CPUs getting the coin boxes is in half if they're going to be on the bottom. So
Right.
yeah, I would
So
say
that brings up an interesting topic because I don't know if I would prefer them to be on the bottom shelf because then they have the coin box. If they have 2 items, then you're gonna like play peekaboo with them. Oh, there's a banana.
Oh.
Clunk. Oh, now he's got a coin box. Now you sit and wait.
Yeah,
that's
That's
a
a
good
great
point.
Yeah.
yeah, I would go Lucky 7.
Okay.
Cool.
I think that's a good idea.
So since they're both those plus skills, though, you could probably keep the same action
The
count.
160.
The 160. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
All right.
let's go ahead and pop back over to the calculator. Mm-hmm.
And 6.
Oh yeah, so you got the level there. So you got your top shelf driver, which is a high end, level 6, and then the base points of 980. And then in the action cell, let's go ahead and pick 160 if you want. And these values, I mean, they're not like, if you don't reach it, you're like a failure of a driver. these are really more or less just kind of they're kind of ballpark numbers. Like if you're really, really intense and trying to get a higher score, go ahead and put like another 10, maybe 15 actions on it.
Yeah.
If you're not really like, if you don't have a lot of time to invest and you just want to see what your score is, you can do like 10 or 15 actions less, and by leveling stuff up more, then that can maybe get you to the same score that you would if you didn't put level tickets on stuff but had more time, right? It's a balancing act, right?
Yep.
I typically shoot for like 10 to 15 under what he predicts, because I know my time commitment and skill level a little bit, but mainly time commitment is a lot less than his. And so unless I just like get crazy lucky right off the bat, I typically will finish lower than the predicted. But
okay, so let's go ahead and check out the Kart and Glider then.
how's everybody else doing for their top shelf this week? Do you guys know what you're gonna do?
Oh man, it's bad news. It's bad news for me. I only have Wario Cowboy, and he's at level 1.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, I really don't want to put tickets into him. So I'm wondering if I should just go with Meow. No, I'm definitely not pulling. So I'm saving right now. I'm in save mode. So I'm trying to debate if I should just try Meowser and just run it and try and get a bunch of single coin boxes. So I'm definitely split. My loadout for the new tracks is rough.
Yeah.
I only got one Kart top shelf, and that's the Metal Mark B
Okay.
Dasher.
Oh.
He's level 1. I don't want to invest in it, so I'm tempted to pull for the Batmobile, but I don't want to go digging for a cart.
Right.
Do you have enough tickets to bring it up to like level 3 or level 4 to get
Which one? The Batmobile?
Batmobile? Mm-hmm.
If I pulled for the Batmobile, I'll take it to 6 right away.
Oh, okay. So you have the tickets
That's
for it. Yeah, that's a good investment. It's been
Definitely a good investment.
It's been
But
up and ranked a bunch.
It's just where in that pipe is like, I mean, Mario knows. It's going to be like, oh, he really wants the cart.
Right.
We'll put him at 23.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably the input that's going to be possibly, maybe questioning whether or not I'll change it. An investment in a glider. My outlook is probably going to have. I have 3 now. I'll probably end up with somewhere near 6 easily. So taking 1 to 4 kind of makes sense for me.
Okay.
And that's where I feel like I need to really dive into BAM and GURPS and stuff like that a little bit more often and see what actually helps me.
Yeah.
You gotta look at in depth, like when you invest these tickets into these items, like the coverage is it empty tickets or is it tickets that will be used towards the end goal, which is maximizing your coverage? So like for instance, Ramby Runner, everybody's been all crazy about Ramby Runner. For me, Ramby Runner does actually nothing.
Same.
Buying that just doesn't absolutely just throwing money away in the trash. It does nothing for me.
Yeah.
So like 8-bit star, I have that level 3 in single untapped or single tapped or capped, whatever. I haven't looked at it closely. If I'm going to put more tickets on it, I might just ride at level 3 through this ranked and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because next week is driver's week, and Waluigi's mustache glider is godly for me. It does right off the boat, 5 tracks. I'm like, yes.
Whoa.
Wow,
I'm
pretty
gonna buy
good.
3 of those, and I'm going to take it right to the moon because I got like 16 or 15 driver tickets or glider tickets.
Slider ticket.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean that's just an overall good conversation to have right now for me, because I remember the first time I was on the Meet the Mario Karters, and I remember I was in Frenzy Fan Guys ranked, and him and I were talking about like all of the tickets that I used, because I had like 20 plus driver tickets that were just hoarded and saved and ready to go, and I took both SNES Donkey DK Jr. and Yoshi Kangaroo to 6. I mean, I took both of them to 6 that tour, and just
They were in
burned
the
through
same
tickets.
race, right?
Yeah, they were in the same race. I was trying to get the boombox so much, and I just got tired of it. So I went triple bananas, and I ended up getting my.
It's a great investment, though. I mean, DK Jr.'s been insanely good. So.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really regret either investment, because both come in, especially with like ACR or anything like that, both have come in clutch. But now I am getting so few tickets.
Right.
Like last tour, I had 3 total high-end tickets available to me. And one
daily selects, yeah.
and my daily selects are maxed. Like if I get
Wow.
two more super driver tickets, I literally have all of my daily selects done, completely done, all the way maxed.
Wow.
And I mean, my shop, I know people are saying don't say the word shut down. Mine is shut down. Like I was seeing my general was somewhere around like 8 to 10, like Sammy kind of mentioned today on Kart Life. That was mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just not getting anywhere near the ticket flow. So that's why these spreadsheets I think are going to be important for me to kind of take a bigger picture of my game, especially this calculator. Because if I used to kind of just be like, oh, there's going to be 1 or 2 more tickets that show up in my shop tomorrow. I can't say that anymore. I'm really not comfortable saying that. Even Carlos said he got 3 tickets last tour.
Yeah.
Like Carlos.
Do you want to pop over to the Frenzy Fan Discord real quick? Remember the infographic that I made about the tickets that are available based on the... Because I think this is kind of
real quick.
This is a good time to kind of bring that up. So if you go over to the Wario versus Waluigi tour resources. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So what I did was I took a look at the amount of tickets that are available in this tour, disregarding daily selects, essentially. So free to play, you've got the total points challenge, the rewards that are there. You got your tour rewards and then the token shop, right? So if you're just looking at those, you got 2 driver tickets that are coming in, 1 kart ticket, and 2 glider tickets. Then if you go down one, you got the gold pass where you get, it looks like 1 more on each. And so what that is the tour rewards. You get the gold pass unlocked version where they give you a set there.
So it's not the free to play plus the gold pass. It's just strictly the gold pass. I just want to make sure I'm reading that correctly.
Yeah, so if you have gold pass, then you get all the ones that you would get if you were free to play, but then you get the gold pass ones on top of that.
Which total 3.
Which total 3,
Okay.
2, and 3.
Okay.
And then if you go with the premium challenge, and then this tour we have a premium challenge plus card, that would get you a total of 5 driver tickets this tour, 3 kart, and 4 glider tickets.
Okay.
So this is assuming that you don't get anything like we got the little excludes daily selects, right?
Yep.
So anything that you get in daily selects that may happen to like bless you,
Yeah.
then that's just, icing on the cake. That's extra stuff.
Right.
So the idea behind this was to kind of let you kind of see like, okay, during the tour, based on how many tickets I have now, based on whether, I'm free to play gold pass or gold pass plus, these are the amount of tickets that I can anticipate having. And then you can, figure out your ticket transactions from that point. So
I'd be curious to wonder too how many free to play players are actually hitting 900K. Because is that where you get a ticket, or is it a little lower? What is that?
600K.
600. Okay, so I guess it's a little bit more doable for free to play.
Yeah, because I think the 900,000 is
It's just rubies, maybe.
rubies, and then
Points
Cap
tickets.
tickets.
Oh, okay.
Which is like
Those are becoming
Right.
very valuable nowadays.
Yeah, so you do just need the same 600,000 that we've been kind of used to in order to just be able to get the level. The 700,000 is the uncapped high-end glider ticket. So anyway, it's just information that like
Great information. Yeah, because that is, that's coming in. That's that is going to be there if you're buying those things, or depending on your level. You're at minimum getting those things coming in.
Mhm.
it's like your salary, and then daily selects is now your bonus that your boss may or may not give you. Has nothing to do with performance either.
Mario's my boss.
Even if you bring up donuts.
Even if you bring him donuts, he
may or
might
may not give
say,
you tickets the next day.
"Screw you."
Yeah.
Or if you change your badge.
So I did while we were talking, I did finish filling in I did kind of presumptively put that I'm going to have my glider at level 4 at some point.
Perfect.
And say it's going to be 400.
So let's do this real quick. Actually, let's take it back down to level 3. We'll just do this little exercise just so that we can kind of get familiar with. Okay. So now this is where your inventory is at currently. If you weren't to assume anything being leveled up at all, if you were just to use what you have as is, you can anticipate getting about 28,000 points.
With 2 good frenzies and first place.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now go ahead and click on the cell C20, so that first 27,690, and copy that.
Okay.
And then in the cell right below it, tap on it, and then do a paste special. Or right click on it.
Or
Okay,
type
paste
in
special
A7.
values.
Yeah,
Paste
do
values
a-
only.
do a paste values only. Yep. Okay, so now what that's done is it says enter a previously calculated expected score. So now what we
Okay.
can do is we can start playing around with tickets, right? We can see, well, what happens if we level up a glider 1 or 2 levels, or a driver 1 or 2 levels? How many more points is that going to give us? So now let's go ahead and put that top shelf glider to level 4, and then let's see how many more points.
Oh,
So here you can
that's-
see that
That's
in this
crazy.
race-
That's it.
Yeah.
In this race, that ticket would give you 600 more points, which
May or may not be worth the tickets.
Right.
if first place, you're in second place and first place is 10,000 away, that's not going to cut it, right? So you probably don't want to spend the ticket. However, if you're real close, you got a clump of like first, second, and third that are all within a couple hundred. Yeah, you're probably going to want to, use this ticket, especially if it's like a driver ticket week, which this week isn't, but just hypothetically, right? So
Yeah.
that's the idea behind this functionality of the calculator. It lets you play around with your inventory and your loadout to see what your potential could be.
That's great.
What
Yeah.
you should do, Torchy, is test out the double uncap of the driver. You'll see a bigger boost there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you double uncap Mario Satellaville,
Wow.
that's another
Really?
2,000 points right
Wow.
there. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So see, this
That
is
is
what I'm
crazy.
saying. Like, this calculator is so fun because you can see all this stuff like before you even open up the race. Like,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
you have this advantage of being able to see what the math, like how it either plays for or against you, and if these 5 driver uncapped tickets are worth the 2,000 points, or 1 level ticket is worth 600 points.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it gets really fun too, because you can base off of what you're hoarding. If you have a lot of stuff, sometimes I find myself in a position where I have tons of glider stuff, but no driver stuff, or vice versa, right? And a lot of times where I would initially think oh, it'd be smart to just slap 2 level tickets onto the glider to get it to level 4. If I were to just base uncap or single uncap the glider just once, it actually gives me that many points, if not more, based on different things. So it's just fun to play around and
Yeah.
test it out.
Wow.
It's so much cheaper to do it in the calculator. Measure twice, cut once, right? Like, I get really anxious whenever I have to spend a lot of tickets on something that I'm like, oh, I really hope this works.
Yeah.
It's nice having the calculator be like, okay, I know that if I can perform, if I can get the 160 actions and have a nonstop combo, and I put the tickets on here, I know. And I don't know if you guys have been watching our videos lately, but I've been getting within plus or minus 1%.
Yeah.
I don't know why my actions have been actually falling on where I've been predicting them.
I was gonna say the most inaccurate thing about this is the actions.
Yeah.
We're just kind of ballparking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a quick clarifying question. I know I'm always nervous about the bonus points actions where I was where am I landing? I'm always is this accurate? And so I'm curious if you have any pointers on just initial placement of oh, maybe I tend lower, maybe I tend higher.
So
where do you guys place yourself?
Here's a good test for you. So what I like to do is that I like to go get a clean run, meaning a nonstop combo. I don't care about the action count, just a clean run of a nonstop combo. Take that number and put it into the calculator for the enter a previously calculated expected score, and then that's your number. And now you just put in all the data, just like an algebraic equation. You just put in all your data, and now you're solving for bonus points for action. You got the action count from your race, enter that in there. You got your player level. Now you just tweak that bonus points per action until your calculated score for above loadout is really close or
That's smart. Yeah.
to your previously entered calculated expected score, then that's going to be your accurate bonus points per action. Now you can play with the calculator and see what really happens.
For sure.
Yep. Another thing.
But that's what I do.
Yeah.
I like that.
So another thing that I do is a lot of times I'll do that exact same thing where I do like a good run. It's a nonstop combo. Doesn't matter how many actions you have, which is kind of cool. Just the way that the game like mechanics works. It doesn't matter if you have like 110 or 170. Just with the type of course that you're running, it's going to have the same bonus points per action pretty much. But you can just take your bonus points. It's the second value on the summary screen of your race. Just take that one value and then divide it by your actions, and you'll come up with, maybe 53.8 or 56.2 or whatever. You can just pop in 56.2, and then you'll see how close that it'll get. There are some rounding things that make it a little different. It's not going to be like spot on, but it's going to be within, like 1%.
Yeah.
So
Close for government work.
yeah. And so here's the thing is I've got a spreadsheet with, I think, almost 1,000 races now that, I've raced various races several times throughout different tours, and I always record like my best one out of each one. So I've got like a combination of, for Bowser's Castle T, I'll have like 2 or 3 runs for it, and I'll calculate what my bonus points per action are, and they're all within like 1 or 2 of each other. I'll have like a 62, a 63, and a 64. So I'll take the average of that, and then I'll put in 63. So that's something that I actually do every tour with this calculator. I put in good kind of generic bonus points per action for each one of these races to kind of get you started.
Yeah.
And then after you do like your couple of good, just clean runs, see how close you are to this value. And if you need to tweak it a little bit, then you can do so. But
yeah. And where you're most
cool.
inaccurate is when it's like a new course, right? And you've never,
yeah, so
then you're just like, I don't know.
yeah, like I still haven't played these, and so I wait for the heat map, the ACR heat map to come out, and there's a range of action counts for each race, and it divvies up into plus and non-plus skilled drivers, and it goes from red to like yellow to green, and green is what, like, if you're aiming for like top 10 or top 100, or if you're new, like top 1000, you want to get like those green, like high ones. I actually go with the middle, like yellow ones, because I find that in order to be able to get the green ones, you would have to spend the equivalent of, say, like 2 hours to get that run, whereas for a yellow run, it would only be like maybe an hour and a half or an hour, and the red you could probably get within like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
I like the red.
It's all a matter of time. It's a distribution, right? Like, you're going to see these people that play for a long, long time and they get like super high action counts, but it's because they've played for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's why they're able to get that high. So
Cool.
So you actually have already raced this one, right? So
Yes.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what your actual score is just currently. So 21,710. So let's go ahead and pop that in the actual score cell right there. Okay. So right now, if you were to level up your glider to level 4, then this is pretty much telling you that you have about 30% more point potential on this track than what you currently have.
Okay, great.
So let's go ahead and keep that like that, because as we do this for each one of the 3 courses, then there's going to be a summary page, and we're going to be able to see kind of what we're expecting versus what we currently have. So,
Was there something else that he leveled up to?
so he undid the double uncap of his driver.
Okay.
So yeah, Torchy, if I were you, like, I would definitely like look at if you have a tracker of all your stuff and see if the 8-bit star is worth your tickets.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, throwing a ticket at it just to put it to 4 is not a horrible idea, but the 640 should not break or make or break. I mean, it could, but typically it won't make or break your ranked.
Makes sense. No, thank you very much. Helps a ton. I really didn't realize just uncapping Mario one more time would make 2,000 points of difference. That's crazy, because when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's only 200 points that's being added to that driver, but you don't think about it big picture like that.
Yeah. All right. So you'll notice that on all of the other races from here on out, your player level actually stays the same. So you just have to enter it in once on that first sheet, and then for the entire 2 weeks ranked, it's still going to keep that 133 for you. But the actions and the bonus points per actions, they're going to change for each course. So what do we have for
Nice.
Meowser? Level 6, double uncapped.
Yes, he was.
I just want to say, you guys, you got so much stuff. Like, I don't have stuff.
What are you looking at, Brolo?
Oh, I mean, I got Meowser, but I don't have, oh my, like every page, like his whole thing is filled out. Like if you scroll, there might be some like dull spots. You go back to like the previous track, like the Wario shipyard. I just have one cart and it's level 1.
Yeah, we've been there.
That's how I was last week.
Yeah,
My tour was
We're
rough.
seeing nothing on top shelf. It's like, no.
This is your track right here.
Yep.
Yeah, big numbers there for sure.
Yeah, you can just pretty much put a stamp and say owned.
Right.
All right. So that was 6.
I mean, what is it? You're probably at like 55.
6.
You had a really good run, like a perfect run, basically.
Yeah, I have yet to hit the 50K threshold.
5,
I have not hit the 50K threshold.
6.
I've been close, like 49 change.
I was
I
gonna
missed
say,
it
a couple
but the
times.
Undertaste-
Yeah. You'll get there.
There's only a few levels I can do it, mostly with PGP. So
Change the yellow to the left to the high end.
Yeah, so I did that on
There you go.
purpose to try and like, force the user to realize,
Yeah.
okay, there's something over here. You can either choose high end, super, or common.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have people assume that everything's high end when they actually are using a super.
Yeah.
So that one's like a little
Right.
forced tutorial thing.
No, that's appreciated, because that was not thought of when I went into it. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that your cart and your glider? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my cart and my glider. Correct.
Dream
Yep.
glider, if you didn't see that.
Yep. Dream glider.
Dream glider.
700.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's a great loadout.
Yeah. So yeah, 46. And so on this tool, the calculator, I kind of max out at 200 when I recommend. If you're comfortable and know that you can pull out more, like 220, 230, feel free to put that as your goal. The thing is once you pass the 200 action count, you're no longer getting bonus points boost for every action. The calculator accounts for it. So if you put in like 250 actions, whatever, it knows that you don't get those extra points for the action 201 on. So it's still accurate, but it's just for...
You don't get as much bang for your buck.
Yeah, I assumed it was that way, but didn't know for sure. But that was
Yep.
nice and clarifying.
Yep. So it will work, but yeah. Cool. All right. So Vanilla Lake 1RT.
King Bob.
Yeah.
Ba-bum.
What teams do you guys choose, by the way? Are you guys Wario or Waluigi?
Waluigi.
Yeah.
I went Wario
Okay.
on my main
I'm a
account.
Wario. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, I'm short and chubby, so I went I went Wario.
There you go. I'm tall and lanky and still went Wario, so
No, fun
It's all
fact.
good.
Back in the N64 days, I was always Wario, so I had to stay with my boy.
I like it.
I chose Waluigi because I like tall and lanky.
Oh.
You like how I did that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Do I have a nose like his too, where it's like...
Thank goodness. Can we talk about these gliders?
Don't
I
get me
mean-
started about the nose.
I mean, the Waluigi nose glider is just hideous in my mind. I mean, that Wario's a little better, but not much.
They're
So,
kind of like disturbing, like might haunt my dreams at some point in time.
Yep. They're definitely a little bit weird. Doesn't mean I didn't get it, though.
Did anyone see them and think like, oh, these are cool? I'm just curious.
Oh, shit.
Crickets. I think their only redeeming quality is how they're not like obstructive, like of the view.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
they're
Being able to
commemorative,
see.
and they only cost
Yeah.
$2.99.
I mean, I do really like, you guys mentioned it today, I love that they put something that you buy that has immediate impact into your thing. So, because like for me, I had no glider, and I was like, yep, I'm getting it, gotta get it. So it helped me out quite a bit,
You know.
but it is
All
pretty
right.
ugly.
So
This is a lot of fun. Like getting this stuff put in and tinkering as you're going in. Because so going into my race 3, I'll need to figure out like what exactly if I want to go the super route, because both of those supers are level 7.
Yeah. But you have a high end that might be a little bit lower level. So
Right.
can we actually do that with your cart and your glider to see which one would actually get you the most points? Let's go ahead and put in the 28,546 right here on the enter a previously calculated expected score.
Mhm.
And will you do something? Will you teach everybody the trick that you taught me as far as quick math to figure out if you're looking at like a level 5 high end versus a level 7?
How about you tell them?
No, because I'll butcher it. Okay,
No.
I'll attempt.
I'll make sure that you don't teach
Okay.
false doctrine.
Okay, we'll try. When Torchy Torch shows me his screen, because I'm a visual person. What is the multiplier again?
Okay, so you take the level.
That's right. Okay. Okay, so get this. Quick math for you. You take the level. So if you're looking at, go back to your drivers, or I guess this works too. So if you were debating between like the gold train and the that's
Soda
an
jet.
obvious soda jet.
Mhm.
That's an obvious one. But you take the level. So if it's 5 and you subtract 1, so it's 4, and then you times 4 to how many points you have on it. So 4 times 4 would be 1,600. So you'll get 1,600.
Let's just stick with 1,600.
You don't get points for that. You just
What's the comparing score of the other one?
and then 6 times 4 would be 2,400. So
So 24 is greater than.
1,600. So you would choose the soda jet.
Yeah.
But that's quick math.
I use that trick too. Yeah.
I like
Good.
it.
Wow. So I did get the Ramby because it is just something I've always wanted. I know it's something that I didn't get when it came out. I loved the look of the cart. It was the pipe that it was in. I just kept shaking my head like, I'm not going into this pipe for one cart. I'm not going into this pipe for one cart. I'm not going into it for one cart.
Yeah.
And I've been kicking myself because I really wanted it. I love the way it looks. Like it is a really cool looking cart. The width, I love just the overall aesthetics to it. Down to the gold rims it has, it's just a really cool. So that was one that I just did want to add to my account.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it could have also been something if I would have been smarter and looked at the BAM and GURBS, I probably in some way didn't really need.
It probably helps
Yeah.
out on a few courses, but not as many as if you had gotten it originally and had invested in
Right.
it early. Then that
Oh,
was
yeah.
how you would
And
build
it was
the rest
level
of your
6,
inventory.
right?
Yeah.
Would have been your godly cart for like the past 2 years.
Right.
Yep, for sure.
It's so interesting being a day one player because my loadouts are so different than so many people's.
Yeah.
I bet.
Because it just everything is all shifted weird where people are like, oh, this, and I'm like, that does nothing for me. Like I've had things like the gold crane that I maxed out really early on. That thing just like, I mean, I feel like it pops up in ranked constantly. So
Yeah.
Right.
it's kind of crazy, at least for me.
What do you got there, Big Brolo? What were you showing us?
No, he was scrolling and all this top shelf stuff, and my top shelf ends at like 4 slots. And he
Right.
just
All right.
Right,
Well,
so
you did help me make the decision on the supers. So those do
Is
make
your
sense.
glider situation the same? Do you have like a level 6 high-end glider?
No, I have the
Um,
Butterfly Sunset. I did buy the one in the token shop to bring it to 5.
Okay. Yeah, so 4 times 500 is going to be around 2,000 points. Then your other one was what, 6 times 400, which would be 24. Yep.
Yeah.
2400, yeah.
Yep. And then your Rainbow Star Chute, it's not higher.
400.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
your
force.
other 18 gliders that you have here. Okay.
Snap it.
Yep.
Let's see that profile.
Okay.
How many
So many gliders.
carts and gliders does you have?
I'll tap on it.
Let's see. I'm curious.
I'm curious.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yep.
The big flex right there.
Yeah, it
I
is.
put all these like the daisies and peaches and stuff on here, the level 1 stuff, just to throw people off when they look at my profile.
I love it.
Oh, this guy's just got a bunch of level 1 stuff on his.
You hide your 6 double uncapped meowser.
Right. That's awesome.
All right, no, that's
so
great.
Let's
This
go
helps
ahead.
out a ton.
Let's go ahead and go back to the calculator real quick and take a look at the next tab. The next tab is going to show you. Oh, actually, let's type in your actual scores real quick for the second and third.
1, 2. I think I went back and got the second one. Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So then let's go to. So this is the summary one. So what this does is it takes each course and it shows you what your predicted score is based on, the amount of action count that we're kind of aiming for, and then what our
Wow.
actual score is. And so we can see down here in the lower right-hand corner where, how close we're getting to the predicted. If we're a little bit below, if we've passed it, if we kind of know like, okay, like this is probably the best I'm gonna be able to get out of ranks, unless, making ticket transactions, whatever. So here we can see that you probably have another, like 25,000
Yeah.
available. So if we go back to your app and see, granted, this is the first day and
Yeah.
not everyone's, grinded.
Grinded. That sounds like
People usually wait till the weekend
Yeah.
on the first rank cup.
Yeah. So, first place right now is 90,000, and your max that you're kind of seeing is about 13 or 14,000 more than that.
Wow.
So what I would probably do is I would race the races. I would focus on the races that I know that I'm probably not going to consider putting tickets on, and just try and make sure that I get at least at or a little bit above those action counts.
Yeah, so
And-
Bowser's Castle T, I know
Yep.
that one is for me. I know I've hit 40 plus on it before.
Yep.
Like now that I have, I think the other thing, like mentally when I'm looking at this, is that I think before I've kind of always, the way I've assumed my score is that I've kind of looked at my friends list and have been like, okay, this is what a person with kind of similar but not really close loadouts looks like. Where this gives me this is what my loadouts actually are, and what I can be prepared to do.
that's cool.
Yep. And so once you start kind of getting, like once you get your Bowser's Castle T score, and then probably Vanilla Lake 1RT,
Yeah.
then you can see where your actual score is. And probably by that time you're at like Sunday or Monday. You can see what your opponents have done.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I get to that third one and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take Hollow Waluigi up to level 4. But that course is the last one and I'm already winning by like 5 or 6, 7,000 points. It's like, I'm not going to spend the tickets if I don't need to. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this as is. And,
And that's when you come. And
Resources.
that's when you come in second, right?
No. The joke is coming in fourth. That's the pun.
Yep.
I mean, I got knocked down to fifth in the last 2 hours. In both tours, I was like sitting at second
Oh, that's
and got
cool.
knocked down. So it's been a rough. Last tour was rough. It was
Yeah.
rough.
So if that's the case, then you can use the calculator and just figure out how much over bacon you want to do. It'll tell you.
Yeah. And I think the only time I like really stray from that strategy that you're sharing right now is if there is like a double or triple feature. And it's just like the prime opportunity to, like I did that with Meowser, right? It was just like the prime opportunity. He was a new driver, get him up high, and it helped out with 3 different races for me. And I was like, I don't care how much I overbake it, I'm going for it.
Yeah, because for each one of those tickets that you spend on that one item, it gives you, maybe 2,000 more points per course
Yeah.
instead of just for the one course for the whole entire rank. So one ticket could equate to anywhere from 5,000 to like 10,000 more points.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
Amazing.
So,
Thank you so much, everyone. You've given me a lot of pieces of information to like process. Like I'm even looking at the score and I'm like, realistically, that number, if I double uncapped Mario Satellaview, would be more like 105 to 106 ish, depending on how everything went. And like, that feels crazy for me, like seeing that number and actually the math behind everything.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, you'll have to keep us posted in the Discord. Let us know how you're doing as far as, like trying to get your scores up to what the predicted scores are, and hopefully, cross our fingers that you make it in first. And if, you need to spend tickets on it, and want to ask questions about which one, you know where to go. There's a bunch of really cool people that have a lot of experience that'll give you your 2 cents, their 2 cents for you. So
great. Thank you very much. Maybe the next step, and I know there's a great community, but I'll be reaching out and fill out my BAM and GURBS actually, so we can take a closer look at where my kind of second level investments should be considered.
Yep, sure.
Cool.
All right. So the other guys, did you guys have? Are there any questions that you have as like concerning your particular loadouts? Do you have 2 gliders that you're thinking maybe I should level up one or the other? Because I know you guys have already filled out your calculators. If you guys want to, you're more than welcome to share like your screen, and we can.
Yeah, I can take out my stuff. This has been a lot about me.
Your loadouts and stuff, but totally up to you guys.
I can go if I get.
Okay.
I have something. So I can share my computer, so I don't have to get on my phone.
Okay.
I know my loadouts pretty well.
Okay.
All right.
I admire you guys who can just be like, I know my loadouts. I'm like, I don't know anything.
All right. So at the moment, for these 3, I have my current loadout. I don't have my planned upgrades in.
Okay.
I am currently. I don't have my previous scores, but I think I'm like at 65K as a total.
Okay.
And I'm currently predicted 85.
Okay.
And at the moment, first place is 80K.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. And obviously it's still very early, so I'm assuming it's going to be probably around 95 to 98 if I were to take a guess.
Okay.
Based on my past rank cups, how they've gone, and coin box drivers, and how much points that they can get or whatever. I've looked at a couple of loadouts, so I think that's what they can get so far.
Okay.
And they of course they can always upgrade their stuff as well. So that's why I'm kind of predicting that high jump.
Yeah.
So what is your objective? Are you wanting to get first? Are you kind of just good if you get top 3, top 5? How do you like to play?
For me, I go more for like coverage and for ACR purposes, like what's going to help me out in the long run.
Yeah.
So if something's in the rank cup that I know that I'm investing into currently, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So
here's the fun thing about these new courses is that Wario Shipyard, it's going to be back. Like we've had 3 tours in a row now where we've had the Bowser Castle, and we got another Bowser Castle in ranked. Like if you're doing ACR, this is the thing that I love about this versus like last week where you had stuff that you wanted to put tickets on, but it was like, never going to see the city again. So is it going to help out? But now that they're bringing this Wario Shipyard, it's not like a one and done. If you level this up, every time that it comes back, it's going to help you out for ACR. And if it comes back as a ranked, then you get to use it again.
Question for you. How many times has Ninja Hideaway come back?
Twice.
Twice. Okay. So do we think this is going to be like on the same equivalence?
Or once it came back, it was originally
I think
there. It
Ninja
came back
Hideaway-
once, if that's what you're asking.
I
Yeah.
think Ninja Hideaway and Merry Mountain are considered more like city tracks.
Okay.
Than
Yeah.
the tracks that were on like previous generations of Nintendo.
Okay.
So, because this is a 3DS track, is that right?
Oh, I don't know. I think so.
It's like for Mario Kart
Yes.
7, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the tracks that they've imported from like another generation of Mario Kart stuff, those are going to be coming back
Okay.
much more frequently.
And Ninja Hideaway was like an original to
Yeah.
Mario Kart tour.
Yes.
They call it Nitro, I guess. That's
Yeah,
what people
that's
are
the word.
saying.
Okay.
Where it's like just it's unique to Mario Kart Tour.
Okay.
Which is like a city course. It's unique.
All
to,
the city course are nitros, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it looks like you have a level 1 glider. Do you have
Yes.
several level 1 gliders to choose from, or?
I have. I know it's the ship wheel that I'm using,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and I have the 8-bit star at 250 or at level 1 as well. But the ship
Okay.
wheel's at 400, so and they're both lightning gliders anyway, so doesn't really matter about the skill.
And the
I was not planning on upgrading the glider actually, and just going with a level 1.
Yeah.
but is the for some reason I'm drawing a blank. Is the
Okay.
in the token shop? Is the 8-bit? Oh no, sorry, it's just the star
butter-
sheet.
Yeah.
I wish 8-bit Star was in
Yeah.
the token shop.
I'm sorry. I had the shape of the glider in my head and was thinking, and it's not in the tier shop either. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
So I'm gonna.
So why Firestorm? Why do you wish it was there? Do you just need to level it up, or is it new to your inventory?
It actually, I don't have it, and it actually does like it fills some holes in my inventory for newer courses.
Okay.
And so how my inventory plays out, because I've been playing for so long, is I have a lot of these old gliders that have been perennially good, like Heart Balloons, Gold Crane. I'm trying to think of some of the original ones that were really good.
Like Dragon
I
Wings?
have.
I was watching Carlos do his ACR
Mhm.
upgrades. I don't know if anyone else saw that. Holy crap. Like, talk about loadouts. But the glider that he ended up taking high was Dragon Wings to 700.
See, I don't think I ever did, I never did Dragon Wings. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at my gliders right now. I mean, some of I don't know, this wasn't a select, but Gold Swooper has been so good for me for so long. So like originally, right, year 1, everyone was like coin gliders are king. And so I had all these coin gliders and I like leveled them all up really high. And they actually have given me a lot of coverage for a long time. And then I've just made strategic investments over time. Things like I got really I bought, I think it was one of the first packs I bought was 8-bit Fireflower because I just loved it. It reminded me of the original Mario, and I took it to 6. I just had all these things, and it has just destroyed for so long that I haven't had to invest in any other gliders like for a really long time. So I've gotten lucky with some gliders like that. Same with Vampire Wings. I got it in my first 10 pool, loved it, took it to 6, and now it's just continually showing up in ranked and paying off. So I've gotten lucky on stuff like that with gliders, at least.
That's amazing.
Now I'm wondering if 8-bit Mushroom is going to be the next 8-bit Fireflower, because it's starting to pop up more often, and I'm like, okay. And they love the 8-bits, so I've been curious about taking that one up. But
I hope so. That's when I took to level 6 because I missed out on the 8-bit Fire. Because you took the 8-bit Fire to level 6 right away, right?
Not the Fireflower one.
No?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. He does
I'm a
I
big
did.
fan of 8-bit stuff, and I would like the 8-bit Star, but it also does. I think it immediately like gives me top on like 4 or 5. If I were just to take it to 3, like it would give me a really good jump. So maybe one day it'll.
You're
pop
using the
up.
tracker to verify that data, correct?
Yes, yeah. I actually have my tracker up right now, like
Yeah.
all my stuff. And so
Hey,
yeah.
Torchy, you filled out a tracker, right?
What do you mean?
You-
ACR tracker or
No, your Bam and Gerbs tracker.
no? That's
Oh,
the thing. I haven't. I've toyed around with filling it out before, but I've never actually fully filled it out and put my coverage in and everything like that. That's
what's nice,
kind of
all you got to do is just do it one time and you import the data every tour. So it's not like you're sitting there manually like, oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this again and again and again.
These high ends here, the top one is Yoshi Kangaroo.
Okay.
And the next one is the Vampire Flyer. And then the last one I already said was the Ship's Wheel.
Okay.
I was planning on already just doing a level 6 Vampire Flyer. I am currently, with the tickets coming in, I'll only have 3.
Okay.
So 5 to 6 would be all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that would help me also in the next week's Rank Cup.
Okay, so it is a double feature then. So that's good.
Yeah. So at the moment for Bowser's Castle T, I'm currently using a level 2 Gold Shy Guy.
Okay.
And a level 6 Silver King and a level 1 Silver Surf Master.
Okay.
Okay.
Curious.
My Meowser is level 4.
Okay.
And I would have the 5 tickets to make him level 6 that you would need, but I have to probably use a couple of star tickets to get that very last one in the Gold Pass.
Okay. I was going to ask you, what type of player are you? Are you Gold Pass only? Do you like to buy packs?
So when I became more not casual, just when I actually got into the game, know about Coinbox and all the Lucky 7 plus skill stuff back in the Snow Tour of last year, I started to invest into the game a little bit more than just Gold Pass. I think it was Gold Pass a little bit before that, but not the whole Gold Pass. I didn't start it when it started. I think it was like 5 or 6 tours after the Gold Pass started. I started using a Gold Pass, but in the tours leading up to the Yoshi tour of last year, I maybe bought 1 or 2 packs, and then the Yoshi tour I bought a few more, and the next Ninja tour I think I bought maybe 1 in there. But when I buy things in the for real money, I usually buy it for my account that I know that I'm going to invest into, so I don't like willy-nilly just buy 3 cat peaches, for instance. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But if there's something attached to a like non-meta driver like Cat Peach, like the Magic Parasol, for instance, back in the Halloween tour just a few tours ago,
Mm-hmm.
I actually got that. I got 1 of those packs because Black Great Sale, if you remember, was with Bowser Jr. Pirate back when it originally debuted, and that turned into one of the best gliders this past year. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of went off that to get that Magic Parasol, and now it's pretty good for my inventory.
Yeah.
It's been a ranked cup a lot. But yeah, as far as paying real money, it's kind of a sporadic thing based on the tour, based on my inventory, and if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So yeah, the level 1 Silver Surf Master I bought back in the Sydney tour, the second one.
Okay.
I never leveled it up, but I was planning on actually making it level 6 and double uncapped from level 1.
Wow.
I would have 9 tickets after the Gold Pass and the Total Points Challenge or whatever. And it would be enough to make that level 6 and be a double feature for Vanilla Lake 1RT.
Okay. Which
Instead of using
pipe is
level
that?
6.
Isn't that going to be in a pipe too?
It is in a pipe, yes. It is in the special pipe.
Are you pulling for it or no?
I am not.
Okay.
I currently have a little over 400. So yeah, it'll be in this pack, right?
Okay.
The special pipe right here.
Oh yeah, there it is.
But I am not pulling any of these pipes. I think they're bait pipes for me, for my account at least. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to be pulling on those. So with the Silver Surfmaster level 6, I will have 666 loadout, double uncapped for 2 of the tracks if I put Meowser to level 6 as well.
Cool.
And then I'll be at 661 for the first track.
So I'm curious, on the first track, what are your thoughts are on is it the Wario mustache? Or the Wario mustache? So it's available top shelf,
So it's a $4.
and you could get it to level 3 right quick with saving some tickets. Does it
And-
do the other courses that it has, does it help you out with your inventory? Like,
Wario one.
yeah, mustache.
Because that would be what, $12 US dollars?
What did I do?
P.S. This is my disclaimer.
Oh, wait.
We are not financial advisors and we are not encourage anyone to not spend or spend. It's a personal decision.
ACRs.
We're just exploring options is all.
We are.
All right, so
It's a cost-benefit analysis.
We just have to be careful because our discussions might not be other people's same.
Yep.
Looking at level 3, I know it does not help me on Bowser Castle R, Calamari Desert 2T, Bowser Castle. It would probably only help me on the Wario Shipyard. And it would not help me on Shipyard Dark because I have the Magic Parasol level 5 already.
Okay.
So just the rank cup.
Okay.
And this is why spreadsheets are cool because then you can actually know.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. This is the Frenzy Fanny CR. That's fun.
So I already filled this out.
Okay.
Now,
Curious,
this is my current loadout.
did you use the Bam and Gerbs pre-fill and paste it into here?
I did.
Okay.
I did have a problem though this time with Antilev's. He has
Gliders were.
He has this tier 3 default things. I think it's more for the DKR. So I had to just do a little bit of a
You have to do like 3
copy and paste it. But yeah,
copies. Yeah.
yeah.
So
It wasn't too bad.
that's
yeah.
my little pro tip is I always wait until this guy comes out and then I'll paste the values into here. But the thing that I really like about if you go down to the bottom here, if you scroll down, the most used items. So this will tell you which items are used most frequently in all of ACR. So if you've got, only tickets to level up one thing, you want that one thing to be used the most times in here. So Vampire Flyer, Magic Parasol, Yoshi Kangaroo, those are like that's your MVP squad right there.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And the Vampire Flyer was in the 2 of the rank cups, so it works out
Ooh.
That's
really
incredible.
well for that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the Silver Surfmaster, I can go to my DKR spreadsheet that has the planned upgrades already. So it might be easier just to see the images. So if I make Silver Surfmaster level 6 and double caps, I use it on 5 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Cool.
including 2 ranks.
Okay. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you're thinking you're gonna do it, or are you gonna wait to see how your opponent?
I think a wait and see is a good idea. I can get 85k, like I said before, at the moment of my current loadout if I grind properly.
Mhm.
If I feel like I'm being threatened, I can't really see that. Oh wait, this is wrong. So if I feel threatened, I would be able to get 115k if I get the max, but if I don't get the max, it's probably gonna be like around 108, 109 is what I usually strive for, about 90% of the total score.
Yep.
Cool.
So if my planned upgrades, I'll be safe to get first place, probably.
Yeah. Cool.
That's awesome.
And for next week's rank cup, I I already know that I'm not going to win, so I am not going to worry about it at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just loadout wise.
Loadout wise, I am not looking the greatest. So I have a level 4 here. This is Fire Rosalina. I don't have Swimmer Rosalina at all for my account, so I'm going to be screwed pretty much for that one. And a level 3 Kart and a level 6 double glider.
Okay.
This Arm Extreme Road 1, which seems to come back in rank up a few times already.
Yeah.
One of Rosalina Swimwear's solo courses, and they like to do them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right?
I've tried to get her so many times and I've never been able to. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And they're putting her in this pipe this week, no spotlight, just baiting people in.
It would. This pipe would be okay for my account, but I just don't want to be baited and just get 2 common Marios, for instance, or 2 full flights. I think we already know that there's no spotlights in this pipe, so that's why I don't really want to pull for it. I don't want to waste. I don't want to use my rubies if I can't get them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Let's see, my second week. This is probably the worst ranked track I have, which is a level 1 Cat Toad or a level 1 Waluigi. I would have 0 tickets after I do my first week's rank up, so this is pretty much the reason why I'm pretty much accepting I'm not gonna go. Not gonna do well in this ranked cup as well.
And then you don't have a high-end or a top-shelf cart?
I don't have a top shelf cart.
Yeah.
So I'm using like a Crimson Crane or something, level 4, but it doesn't really matter the level, so I put a level 0 there.
Yeah.
And this is the Magic Parasol, level 5.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
It's fun seeing everybody's loadouts. Makes me feel much more human. Like, it's normal.
And at the moment, for the Neo Bowser City R, this is probably the saving grace, maybe. This level 6 would either be Gold Koopa free running or Meowser level 6 by Meowser, because he's a bigger hitbox or whatever.
Yeah.
And this level 4 is the Badwagging. I haven't upgraded the meta cart, the Black Dozer, but it's still level 1 for me. So at the moment, it'd be just a Badwagging.
Yeah.
I believe the level 6 is the Dry Bowser Umbrella.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Warrior Shipyard T, I'm going to have 1 cart, and it's
Oh, really?
2. That's jackpot.
Which
I
one
took
is it?
that era quick shot to 6 last tour.
Oh. So yeah, you have 1 cart and it's a level 6 cart?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is the jackpot.
That's amazing.
That's when you know you're playing the game right.
Yeah.
You are so lean, you have no fat to cut.
That's why Tim
I did
coaches
this wrong,
that we
actually.
have the tracker, because it really does help.
Yeah.
I did this wrong. I just realized it. So this
Warrior
is
Shipyard T, I only have level 1 drivers, and both of them I don't really want to upgrade, so I just...
I'm the same way. So
Warrior
this was not the
Shipyard.
Magic Parasol. This was the Crimson Crane,
Okay.
a level 0, and this is the Vampire Flyer,
Oh,
the double
Gotcha.
feature, like I said before. So
okay. So
Do you-
probably the same score overall. It's just switching the
yeah, I think that was. What was it? Yeah,
Mhm.
basically
Cool.
300 points less.
Yeah, I can just tell like how sporadic I am at like how my loadouts are, because I'm glancing at Shipyard T and I have a level 3 Dreamy Egg, and for some reason I decided to double uncap it. And I mean that's just like, I remember when that came out, like that's when I started like getting a little bit more, hey, I want to like fill inventory parts and try to pull on pipes a little bit more frequently, or I'll buy something if it is not in my inventory at all. And I mean, I would just do stupid junk like that so frequently that for newer players, if they just have that mind of just pay attention a little bit, it takes you so much further in the game later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I started playing this game for like the first 6 months, I was scared to even like level up anything. So tickets and just,
Right.
Can be
I don't know what to do with these things. I only take things to level 3 because I felt safe because it's only 2 tickets. Okay, level 3 is okay on some things. And once I started playing, once I discovered the tracker, that's when it kind of started like really making sense. Like, all right, if I invest in this, I get all of this access. Okay, that's great. And then you start trying to piece together like everything. Okay, if I invest in this, how much overlap does it have? So you start playing this game of like trying to minimize your overlap.
Yeah.
Once you start getting a broad coverage, now you're just looking at like things that give you like net gain of like, I don't know, it gives you 9 tracks. You're like, yes, that's winning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I'm all about this strange nose flyer from Waluigi. 5 out of 7 tracks is fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's why I jumped on board with Yaffee. What, six tours now ago, Pepper?
I think
Yeah.
so. That sounds
The yellow off-roader, Yaffee.
Yes.
So-
Okay.
I was like, who's
Y'all
Yaffee? Is he
throw
someone in the
No, I
community
have
don't know about?
nicknames for everything. So many I can't even discuss on the channel. But anyways, but Yaffee was like 6 out of the 7 tracks. So I was like, yeah, I'm taking that. I didn't even think
Yeah, that
about
was the tour.
right.
Toad.
Beast, yeah,
Toad,
right.
Yep.
I remember it was. Yeah.
And if the Waluigi dong
3,
goes to,
4,
e-
6.
even if he gets 4 more tracks over the course of his trajectory, it's still winning. So
Mhm.
7 plus 4, yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
strong-
That's cool. So how does everyone? So we know what Tim Torch and Pepper Rabbit are up to this ranked battle. How do you guys think you're gonna do? Are you guys gonna place first, second, third?
I mean, I'm in second right now, but we'll see how it shakes out. I think my top end, if the way it is, if I don't do anything, is like 103,000.
Okay.
But I'm battling with that level 1 cart, so I'm kind of like sitting here, like, pull for this thing? Do I not pull for this thing? I don't really want to pull for a cart. The only cart I ever pulled for and went in for it was the Silver King, because that thing was just cool looking.
Such a good cart.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where like, okay, they put this really cool cart in this hype. Yeah,
Right.
no, it's gonna be worth it in the end.
Yeah.
I was really worried I was going to miss out on the Black Cat Cruiser. I didn't go in for it, but I was just like, I felt like that one was going to be the next one, like the Silver King was, and it wasn't. So I dodged a bullet, but still, it's just, I feel like they know, like you look at something one time and you get really excited, and then you see it a second time, and they're just tinkering with your emotions.
Right. Social manipulation.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about like what adds to your coverage, what adds value to your unique puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
What about you, Firestorm?
I mean, mine's mostly like how I'm gauging it right now is I could get first, but I have to get a stellar run on Bowser's Castle because I have such great loadout, and the same as Torchy is that I think I'm 666, Meowser, I forgot what my card is. Silver King, and Vampire Wings. And I think I can right now, I think I can get like 46, 47 with that. So if I can get that, I don't have to put really any tickets into Wario Cowboy. So that's how I play it sometimes is I'll just run that first course that I know I can get a really big score on and be like, can I get up in the really high greens, like of the heat map, same as you guys. And if I do, then I start saving tickets. I used to be way different. It used to be every tour I'd be like, I got to get first. And I'd be putting all my resources into my stuff.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten a lot more patient over time. I've just been like, it's okay if I get second or third. I do get a little salty, like you guys, when I get pushed down into like fourth and fifth, sixth, and I'm a little annoyed by it. But I have decent loadouts for. That's my biggest actually debate right now. Is it's not really a debate. I probably should do it. I have King Bob at level 5, And if I take him to 6, he goes from 8 to 16 tracks. He like doubles his tracks as the best driver. And so I'm kind of like, I just need to do it. But I am low on driver tickets. Like,
But isn't he the most overlapped driver for all the?
He does have quite a bit of overlap.
I'm like the only person that doesn't have a high level of King Bob.
I think he overlaps a lot with King Boo. So like King Boo, if you have King Boo really high, from what I remember, that is a rough pairing. Like if you went, I'm going to go all in on King Boo, and then you went all in on King Bob-omb. There's a lot of overlap there. But I'd have to go in and look, but he's
got like one, maybe 2 unique tracks.
Unique tracks for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that is right. It's like Airship Fortress T. I can't remember the last one.
I know when it happens in ranked, I'm like,
right.
That's like, going against the triple cap
Rolo's gonna hate this.
Yeah, I don't use him a ton, but he's been popping up lately in ranks for me, where I end up using him more often than not.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm sitting.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. I think this has been very educational. I, for one, learned quite a bit.
Yeah.
and it was good seeing everyone else's loadouts and seeing how they're using the calculators and stuff. So hopefully if you're watching this video, it's been helpful for you as well.
Yeah.
And, we'd love to see more people over on the Frenzy Fan Discord.
For sure.
And if you have questions on how to use the calculator, pretty much everyone here now has experience with it. They'd be more than happy to help you out with it. And
I just have to rave about you guys, because you guys are all so helpful, like in the Discord server. I just have a blast talking with you guys, and it's fun. So
yeah, we appreciate you a ton.
Can we go round robin and say something that made us happier that we're grateful for? I know we're pushing like 2 hours, but like I'm gonna hold my ground on this one. I think we should.
Okay.
Where do we start? Let's start with Firestorm. You're like in the top left for me. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I can just say something this week that was very grateful was my daughter has just joined a little gymnastics team. She's 6, and it's just the sweetest little thing I've ever seen. And she went to her first competition this weekend, and she just it was very encouraging for a lot of the girls, but she won overall, best gymnast for her age for 6-year-olds.
I love
and
that.
just the look on her face was amazing. She just had a blast, and I'm just thankful for sweet moments like that. So I'd say that's probably something that sticks out for me.
I love that so much. Pepper Rabbit.
I'm thankful for being able to have a Mario Kart community and being a part of it. Before, when I was a casual player, it was just me and playing Mario Kart maybe an hour or less than an hour each day, just getting the coins or whatnot. But when I started to join the communities, getting information on how to upgrade items properly and just how everyone else does their thing, it's pretty awesome. I'm really glad to be a part of all the communities that Mario Kart Tour has.
Well,
That's awesome.
I think we all echo that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Big Brolo, you're up.
So this past weekend was my son's last Pinewood Derby for Cub Scouts, and he was able to win most creative car. He built the X-34 Star Wars Land Cruiser from the New Hope.
Oh, how
Sweet.
cool.
So it was pretty cool looking. And then me and my daughter, it was her first year doing something with them, we built an Arrow, which she won the fastest out of the Outlaw division.
How
So
cool.
both my kids won a little trophy from Pinewood Derby this weekend.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
That's way cool. And how much did they do a lot of it, or were you there helping them?
I had to prod my son with a stick a little bit, but
Okay.
my daughter, I did probably 90% of the work, and she just did the painting.
Yes.
So
That's fun though. So that's cool that you're involved with them, and it's kind of like a project that you're
bonding over.
Yeah, able to share
Yeah.
that with them. That's
So
awesome.
no ACR for me this last tour because that's all night doing cars.
Like real life Mario Kart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Right.
worth it, though.
Cool. Torchy Torch.
Yeah, I'm thankful for snowplows.
Oh yeah.
No, I live in the Northeast. I live in Ohio, and not this past weekend, the weekend before, we had 15 inches of snow.
So much
And-
snow.
And then we were followed up this past weekend by another 3 or 4 that ended up coming in. After the 15 inches that came in, my back was killing me. I was out there shoveling it, just going through it. I got half of our driveway taken care of. I was like, I need to call someone. I actually said the words to my wife, I'm too old not to own a snowblower.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are people out there that came, that helped out, that saved my back, because I was getting that old man like twitch in the back, like just pull it enough. So yeah, thankful for snowplows.
I love it. I love it. Well, I'm grateful for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks everyone for joining us, and until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.